Hi guys, and welcome to a different kind of unboxing today. As you can see, our table is very crowded. Welcome back to another video of Gaming with the Powers. I'm Jake.
I'm Cierra.
And today I went out and made some purchases. So Cierra really was feeling a little bit under the weather, so I went out and we were gonna go to Barnes & Nobles to grab some games, and then I went out and bought her some things to feel better. Bought her some NyQuil, some medicine, some soup, and then not just some games, but a lot of games. Shout out to the BGG community because that is where I actually found out that Barnes & Noble was having a 50% off all of their games December 26th and December 27th only. So at the time of us filming this video is December 27th. I just went ahead and snagged a lot of games. So some that I've wanted, some that she's wanted, and some that I've never heard of that we figured we'd try out because it was a cheap price. So as always, guys, we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move some of these bags over here to the side, and we'll just grab some one at a time, and we'll kind of show you what we got, and we'll kind of go from there. So I'm gonna save this bag because I got a story with that one.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it's probably better that I ended up being sick. We were supposed to go together, and then I woke up, and you could probably hear in my voice, but I just woke up feeling kind of under the weather, sick, sore throat, and sent Jake out to Barnes & Noble on his own, and obviously probably worked out for the better.
I'm back like 5 hours later.
Yeah, he was gone for a while. But I don't think if we went together, we would have gotten quite as much. So this is...
For sure.
It's fun this way anyways.
For sure.
Okay, first bag.
Okay, so first bag we got here. Let's go ahead and pull out the...
And I don't know what's in these bags.
Okay.
I've seen a couple from the top, but...
Okay, so this is the Kingdomino Royal Pack. So this is... We have Kingdomino Origins. This is the original Game of the Year edition of Kingdomino. It comes with the original game. It has the Kingdomino Age of Giants expansion, and you also get exclusive meeple stickers and 3D castles. So, how much do you think this was? Like regular price?
Regular, probably like 40.
Okay, that was close. So they're selling it for regular price was 30, so $29.99. This was 50% off, so I got this for 15 bucks.
Nice.
So again, if you guys are not familiar with Kingdomino, we have a playthrough of Kingdomino Origins on our channel. Go ahead, check that out. Basically, you have little domino tiles and you're trying to match territories. So yeah, so that is Kingdomino, the goodies, and the Age of Giants. Regularly 30 bucks. Got this for 15, so that's exciting.
Ah,
all right.
I'm grabbing randomly.
The next one is Evolution. So I've had this on my list for a while. They also have another game called Oceans. She's kind of had that on her list, and so we've been scoping. The problem is this game is actually very expensive. I think Oceans is like 45, 50 bucks maybe. This is right around there as well. But yeah, so this was actually, I was walking through the first, so I went to 4 Barnes & Nobles. I was walking through the first Barnes & Noble, and I just happened to walk around the shelf and saw this, and I was like, wait, is that the game I think it is? Like, let me grab it and turn around on the back, and I was like, oh yeah, it is. So I was definitely excited. This was the last one, by the way, to pick this up. So how much you think I got this one for?
Well, you said regularly like 45,
that's
50,
true.
so
Yeah,
25.
I gave it away. I messed up. See, I was supposed to keep it a secret. But yeah, so this was 40. So I got this for 20. So again, guys, if you've never heard of this, what you're doing in this game is you're essentially creating your own species of animals. So you have different traits, like is it a herbivore or a carnivore? And then does it have like a hard shell or a soft shell? And so basically you create your monster, and then they require a certain amount of food every turn in order to survive. And so you just feed your monster, and it's kind of like, let me just read some of this. Yeah, so in a dynamic ecosystem where food is scarce and predators lurk, your species will have to adapt to survive. Traits like hard shell and horns will protect your species from carnivores. while a long neck will help them get food that others cannot reach. There's 12,000 ways to evolve your species. Gather your friends and see who best adapts to changing the world around them. So this, guys, is Evolution, the game from North Star Games. So I got this for retails at 40. They're selling it for 40. And this, I got this for 20, 50% off.
Oh, that looks cool.
All right, next one. Endangered. So I don't know if this game is a Barnes & Noble exclusive or if this box is just a Barnes & Noble exclusive. And the reason why I say that is because you'll see later, there's a game that I picked up that is not a Barnes & Noble exclusive, but they have a cover, a box cover specifically for Barnes & Noble. So I picked that up. But this is Endangered. So my understanding, again, from Grand Gamers Guild has the Dice Tower seal of approval. My understanding of this game is it's a cooperative game. You're working cooperatively to save endangered species of animals. So I don't know if it's going to be a bunch in one game or or it's just like you pick the animal that you're saving for that playthrough and then you do it that way. But we can find out when we turn over the back. But how much do you think this was retail?
50.
50? Okay. So how much do you think I picked it up for?
25.
All right. So let's see on the back. So it's retailing at 40, so you're close. So I picked this up for 20. But it's let's see. So Endangered is a cooperative game where you must work together as conservationists trying to save a species from extinction while dealing with complex, immediate hazards threatening your species. You must also convince influential ambassadors to pass a resolution that will create a chance for long-term survival. Is a modular game system. Each module tells a different species stories, offers unique challenges, and helps players understand the dire difficulties facing these animals. So, yeah, there it goes. So we're going to save one animal a turn. But yeah, so I heard this game is really good. It's got a lot of good reviews. It's another cooperative game, which we like. You know, we don't like beating each other up all the time. We like working together. But yeah, retail at 40. I picked this up for 20. So again, I think for 20 bucks, I mean, that's a good pickup for a game like this. All right. So that was one bag. Moving on to the next bag. We'll go this bag right here. This is the big bag here. All right. So this is a game that I've seen at Target a lot and I've wanted for a while. And this is from Forbidden Games, Racoon Tycoon. So really, I don't know a whole lot about the game. I just want the game because of the artwork and the little pictures of the cats and the raccoons and a bunch of that stuff. But I think it's a bidding type game where you're drafting. Again, I've seen this all the time at Target, and it's piqued my interest at the price point. I think it's a good original price point. But again, for half off here, I could not buy it, if that makes sense. So how much do you think this was selling for?
40.
40.
20.
Okay, so you just retail at 40?
Yeah.
And I got it for 20?
Yeah.
You're actually correct.
Yeah, that's been the last, like, 4.
Yes. So Racoon Tycoon, you are going to become a Raccoon Tycoon in this fast, fun game of commodity speculation and town development. So you can see they just have all the funny top dogs and things like that. So corner the market on the most valuable commodities, use your newfound wealth to build powerful buildings, and own the best towns. Again, here, this was sold at Barnes & Noble's for 40. Target is where I saw it. I think I said that. They've always had it for 30. Again, at that price point, I think 30 is a good price point, but it was never enough for me to say, like, yeah, I want to buy it right then and there. So, again, for 20, that was good enough for me to say, okay, I think I'll pick this game up for 20 bucks. I think that's a great pickup because the game is pretty long. It says 60 to 90 minutes. But I think for a games that are usually this long, for $20, that's a good pickup. So, Racoon Tycoon, my game. All right. So then the next one is another game in, let me make sure, Forbidden Games series that came out. And I think this is an older game. I think this came out before Racoon Tycoon. But this has been on a lot of people's lists that they've wanted. It's a very heavy game. It's a big game. But again, the reason why I got it is just because of the pictures and the art. So this one is called Lizard Wizard. So the Magic Age in the Land of Astoria. So it's basically the same premise as Racoon Tycoon, except this time you're using lizards and like bearded dragons. The box is a little bit bigger. You can see a little more thicker. It's gonna have a little longer play time. So what are you thinking on this one?
The same, 40.
40?
50.
Okay. So you're close. So this one was 50.
Okay.
So it's retailing at 50. So I got this for 25. Again, it's the same concept. This one, again, is going to be a little longer, 90 to 120 minute playtime. But the premise is the same but different, right? This time, instead of you're recruiting wizards from 7 unique schools of magic, you build your mystical towers, and then you summon helpful families. So they have like, excuse our dog over there, I was just sneezing. But this one seems like it has a little bit more than Racoon Tycoon. It looks like it has tokens, it has other cards. So I saw like Medusa, the troll.
Cool.
And again, like I saw the little wizards and I'm like, or the little lizards. And I was like,
The wizard lizards?
yeah, the wizard lizards. And I was like, man, I can't pass this up because it's like a cute little game.
Yeah.
So I got that for 25. So again, I think for a game like this, I've seen it, but again, it was like Racoon Tycoon where it wasn't enough at that price point. I haven't seen, this is not at Target, by the way. So I did not see this at Target. I knew the price point was around 45, 50 bucks. At that price point, I was just like, I can wait or bypass it. But at 25, for a box this big, I think it's going to be good value for what we're getting in the game. So that is Lizard Wizard, guys, by Forbidden Games. All right, moving on to the next. Nothing's in there. All right, moving on to the next bag. Yeah.
They're going to watch it.
That's actually a gift, yeah.
That's a gift.
Okay, the next one is, so this is Cloud Age. So I've never heard of this game before. I've had no desire to get this game at all, but I saw it and I was reading the back. It's 60 to 100 minutes, so again, it's a pretty longer game. But I saw in the back they have a system like Canvas, where you're sliding cards into other cards to create certain things, and the premise sounds pretty cool. So before I flip it over in the back, how much do you think this was retailing, and how much do you think you paid for it?
50.
50 to 20?
Yeah.
You're close. A little more expensive. So it was retailing at 60 at Barnes & Nobles, and I paid 30 for it. But yeah, so I actually called her on the phone and asked her if she thinks that this would be cool. But again, some of the cool...
I've never heard of it.
Some of the things that drew me to the game, or my interest, is it's a deck building game. So I like deck building games. We kind of like deck building games. You know, we have Big Book of Madness. That's a deck building. The Hunger, that's a deck building. It also does resource management. We like that as well. And then if you see over here, it says resources allow players to develop useful upgrades to their airship and attract new crew members, and an innovating sleeving mechanism makes a new, more immersive form of resource gathering possible. So that's what really drew me to it, because we love Canvas, we love Gloom. So this resource sleeving mechanism, I'm excited and kind of try this out. And from my understanding, I don't know if it's cooperative, but it has scenarios. So it says the campaigns, or it's a campaign. So the campaign system makes it easy to start playing quickly, or if you prefer, you can just play standalone scenarios. But basically, you got your little airship and you live above the air now because of something that happened to the planet. And so you go visit different towns and, like, I guess it's see who can... years later, you travel above the dried out landscape in your airship searching for a better life. You visit cities, send out drones, collect resources, and battle the cloud militia. So this looks like we've never really played a campaign game like this where you're against each other, but maybe I think we're going to be together in battling the cloud militia at the same time. We've normally played campaign style games where we're doing it cooperatively. So again, this retailed at 60. I picked this up for 30. And we'll see what we got. My take on this so far is that I think this is normal. Like, I would not pay 60 for this. This to me looks like a $40, $45 game with what you're getting. But again, guys, that is Cloud Age from Nanox Games. All right.
I didn't know you got Forbidden
The
Island.
next one, Forbidden Island. We played this. I've seen this out and about. We both have really seen it. We tried it for the first time at a gaming convention a while back, and we were intrigued by it. And
we gifted it to our friends.
We like it, and if you're watching this video, we actually gifted it to you guys. And so yeah, so we played it, we liked it. It's a great cooperative game. It's a time classic. And how much you think this was? How much did I pay for it? You remember what you paid for it?
I think because I just bought it for our friends, but without any discounts. I think I paid probably like 30.
Okay.
25, 30.
Okay. A little lower than that. But this was a steal. This was probably the steal of the entire thing. Was
20.
So we got this for $11. So
Nice.
So yeah, for $11, I was like, we like the game. I mean, you can't pass it up for $11.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a classic. It's a classic game. It's a good game for $11. Might as well pick it up. All right, so that is Forbidden Island. They actually have a 3-part series. So Forbidden Island, Forbidden Desert, and Forbidden Sky. So this is the first one. We're excited to play this, and then look at getting the others. So Forbidden Island. All right. Let's go to this bag right here. What we got here? All right. Speaking of the series, I went ahead and found this at the very last Barnes & Noble I went to. I saw it on the shelf. This was the last one there. So again, this is the same series, the Forbidden Island series. This is the second one called Forbidden Desert. Thirst for Survival. You can see a little bit bigger game, so there's going to be a little bit more stuff in it. But how much do you think it was retail?
25.
25?
Yeah.
All right. So you think I paid $12 for it?
$12.
All right. You're close.
Not close.
26.
26.
27, yeah. So this is $14 here again, for $13-14, I would consider this a great pickup. You're gonna have a little bit more content than Forbidden Island, and we're excited to try it out. Second game for $14, you can't complain. So again, this is Forbidden Desert. This is Game Right. Game Right makes this. And
I wanted to play that with Jordan and Marissa after they play their first one.
We won't play this on the channel yet until you guys play Forbidden Island first, and then we'll all play it together. All right, the next one. Oop, bag fell over. I have been wanting this game for a while. I am a huge fan of the classic monster horror movies. And growing up, I used to Universal Studios Monsters. Growing up, I used to watch like the Abbott and Costello meets the Wolfman meets Frankenstein and all that stuff. So I loved it. This game has been on my radar for a while. And what's always funny is every time
we'd see it on sale at Target, but there wouldn't be any in stock.
Right. They always had the American Monsters, the expansion. I remember a couple times we'd see it on like Boardlandia online, right? Or we'd see it at House Rules Dallas. I saw this at the Small Business Saturday sale. But it's like what's always happened is, even though I've wanted it so bad, I always ended up picking up other games at that sale. And it was like, okay, do I pick that one up or do I pick this one up? And so it's just like, for some reason, I always just picked up the other games. So I went to the first Barnes & Nobles I went to, they had the American one, and then I saw a tag that had the original one. And I was like, oh man, so they do carry the original one. So as I go to the other Barnes & Nobles, let me see if they have it. And finally at the last one, they had like 7 copies of this. So I was like, snatch it up immediately. So retail, how much do you think it was?
40.
40? Close. This was retailed at $35. So I picked this up for $17. Nice. So $17. I'm like, look, for $17 for a game like this, I mean, like, whew, that's a steal for under $20 in order to get to this one. But if you guys don't know what this game is, this is a cooperative game. Almost, it's been compared to like a pandemic almost, where basically you're gonna choose 3 monsters out of the 7. And so your monsters are like the Wolfman, Frankenstein, the Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, and they are kind of terrorizing the town. And your objective is to work together to try and defeat them. But what's cool is the defeat scenario for each of the monsters is different. So like, I remember watching a video on this, and the Mummy, you have to collect puzzle pieces around the map, and then you have to put the puzzle together. And only once the puzzle is put together on his little card, like the little tokens, you got to put them in an order, and then you defeat the mummy. So each of them have their different scenarios. So that's cool.
That'd be cool.
17
I'm
bucks.
really excited to play this one.
Yeah. So that is Horrified. All right. All right, the last one, guys. The last one, actually, it's two. It's a game in the expansion. Cierra has been wanting this. My game fell over. Cierra has been wanting this game for a while now, a long time. Every time we've gone and seen it, it's been sold out. I don't know why this game is popular, but I'm sure we'll find out once we play it. This is the primary reason as to why I went to 4 different Barnes & Nobles, because I wanted to try and snag this for her. And I get to my story on the game is I get to the last Barnes & Nobles. The last Barnes & Nobles and the third one I went to, they just had the expansions to this game. And I'm like, dang it. Okay, so I get to the very last Barnes & Nobles. I'm checking out, okay? I'm checking out. I'm like, man, I'm kind of disappointed. Should I go to a 5th Barnes & Nobles? In my head, I'm contemplating, should I go to another Barnes & Nobles? I'm like, nah, I've been out for 5 hours now. She's sick. I got to go get the medicine and soup and get back to her. We'll just call it a day. And as I'm checking out, I happen to look over to my right, and I see somebody who works there. They were they had like boxes and stuff like... what am I trying to say? Books and games and things that people have got to the checkout line but decided not to check out with. And I see her pull a version of this game out. And I'm like, as I'm checking out, I'm like, excuse me, I want that right there. I didn't say it like that. I politely said to my clerk that was checking me out, excuse me, like, is that game available? Like, can I buy that? Because I'm very interested in buying that. And he was like, let me go find out. And then find out it was. But this game is called Parks. Parks right here. And I also got the expansion for Parks Nightfall.
So pretty.
Okay. So this is the Parks this is what I was talking about earlier in the video. So Parks is not a Barnes & Noble exclusive, but this cover and box art is a Barnes & Noble exclusive box cover and art. So there was no difference in the price. It was still the same, but I figured you'd like this one because it was a little prettier than the other one. So yeah, this is Parks, guys. I don't know a whole lot about this game, but from my understanding is you're going around visiting different national parks, and you're going to collect them, kind of like if you guys have ever played Trekking. Trekking is a game where in that game you're going around collecting different locations, visiting locations. Kind of the same thing, but this is more scaled down to the United States in the parks. Okay, so Parks, how much do you think this was retailing for?
40.
40? Close, a little high.
45.
This was retailing for 50. So I paid $25 for it, but still at 25 bucks, I think it's a great pickup. I do not know if it's just this edition or in the actual game of Parks. If you guys know, and we'll obviously figure it out when we open it up, but I saw on the back of this, it comes with wooden resource tokens and like an exclusive tray. Unique wooden tokens and easy storage in here. So I don't know if that is part of just the exclusive box or does that actually come in the base game of Parks.
Yeah,
so that's
I'm not
something.
Sure.
So yeah. So that's that, and then we got the expansion here, Nightfall. So how much do you think that was?
15.
15? You're actually close, really close again. So this was 25.
That's not that close.
So I paid 12 for it. I thought you meant, yeah, sorry. But this one is cute. You embark with a whole new year of hiking camp under the stars, visit new parks, explore brand new year deck, and encounter new wildlife. So it looks like they have beavers and rabbits and hawks and stuff like that. So this, guys, is Parks by, I don't know who this is by, Happy Tree 59 Parks. I don't know if that's who it's by. Let's see. Keymaster Games is the guy who sells it. Keymaster Games. This is Parks, so I picked that up for 25, and I picked that up for 12.
Oh, I'm excited.
So
try it.
Yeah.
What I like is that every time you buy, or for each one sold for parks or for their expansions, they donate to the National Park Service. And I love the national parks, and we gotta keep them beautiful and keep them running.
You wanna try not to?
Try to get them all up.
We're gonna try and get them all in the. I don't know if that's gonna work. Probably not gonna work, guys. But
Do you have any more?
I do have more.
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, we're gonna. Whoops. Sierra is going to stack the games up over here, and we got 2 more.
You gotta stack that last one.
I will. Here's the wizard. You can't see me. You can barely see me.
You can see us.
Okay, guys, Endangered. I'm gonna hold this one. All right, guys. So this is our Barnes and Noble haul that I picked up. It's a great pickup. As always, guys, we're gonna unbox these and play some of these. And as always, please comment, like, and subscribe. And we look forward to busting these games out for you guys and try them on the channel.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great one. Bye.
Bye.